Hey guys, Fight Junkie here. I just wanted to pop in real quick and give you my 2 cents on the UFC 324 card and see if we can't pick out a few winners for you. These picks will be broken down individually in their own videos, and I will try to keep them short and right to the point so I don't bore you too much. Please don't forget to follow me on your preferred platform, like, comment, and share my stuff. This video is for entertainment purposes only. Don't come hunting me down if you lose your bankroll. As always, thank you so much for all of the love and support. And now, let's jump into it. Next up, we have a contest between Alexander Hernandez versus Michael Johnson. Alexander Hernandez is the minus 140 moneyline favorite, while Michael Johnson comes back as the moneyline underdog at plus 120. The fight goes to a decision comes in at minus 250, and the won't go to a decision comes back at plus 175. Hernandez wins by decision is plus 175, while Johnson wins by decision is plus 300. Hernandez wins inside the distance is plus 200, and Johnson wins inside the distance is plus 400. The fight ends in a draw is plus 5,000. Fight Junkie. Pre-fight thoughts. Before I even mention the breakdown of this fight, the big thing that stands out, the massive amount of money that has been pouring in on Johnson. This influx of cash on the vet started almost immediately after the books opened Hernandez as the favorite. We're not talking about a small line movement here. Hernandez went from right around a minus 250 favorite to sitting at minus 140, and this across the board. The line shift occurred at all of the major books. Of course, once those straight lines started moving the over and under and the rest of the props on the fight started adjusting for the money line action, I get a little concerned when you see movements like that. Recently, some fighters in the UFC were caught up in fight-fixing allegations, but usually the first thing that comes to my mind is one of the fighters is injured and the information is leaked out and people are looking to cash in on that insider information. I was unable to gather any evidence that Hernandez is heading into this contest injured, but this line movement has to be taken into consideration when capping the match. Was this just a case of the public believing the books were overestimating the ability of Hernandez, so they jumped on the perceived value on Johnson? The lightweight preliminary matchup between Alexander Hernandez and Michael Johnson at UFC 324 encapsulates a contest of rejuvenated aggression against seasoned endurance, wherein Hernandez's 18-8 record, augmented by a 4-1 surge in his recent 5 engagements, is distinguished by a 6.0 significant strikes per minute output at 50% accuracy and an enhanced 70% takedown defense that empowers him to orchestrate exchanges against Johnson, whose 24-19 ledger screams veteran. His recent 4-4 trajectory reveals age-induced deceleration at 39 years, compounded by a susceptibility to volume with 10 career knockout defeats. At 31 years of age and unencumbered by documented injuries subsequent to a resilient 2025 campaign, Hernandez positioned as the A-side combatant in the Las Vegas arena with prospects of reclaiming ranked status. Fight Junkie predicts Hernandez wins by decision. I am anticipating Alexander to secure a decision victory through relentless pacing and defensive grappling over 3 rounds, particularly as Johnson's striking defense registers at 55%, rendering him vulnerable to protracted assaults. Hernandez is technical, durable, and loves to grind out wins. Johnson is explosive but fades. Hernandez will outlast him and take it to the cards. The significant line movement from Hernandez reflects market overreaction to Johnson's durability rather than substantive concerns, with sharp money countering on Hernandez, 55% of handle, thereby enhancing the value of this prediction without altering its foundation, as the lack of injuries preserves Hernandez's cardio edge and the elevated distance probability aligns with his volume path. The contrarian lens viewpoint for the upset probability for Johnson occurs if he can capitalize on his 60% submission efficacy or counterpunching in transitional phases, exploiting Hernandez's intermittent cardio lapses, although this avenue is curtailed by Hernandez's superior fight IQ and the bout's propensity to extend to the judges' scorecards. Our Hernandez decision prop qualifies as a value play with moderate risk yielding high reward. This value play has a solid chance of cashing with a nice payout. It's worth the risk for the upside on a solid favorite. Are we going to be battered by this mysterious line movement towards the aging veteran, or was this simply sheep being led to slaughter? That's it for this episode of Fight Junkie. Fight Junkie out.
Bye-bye.